You're watching Impact on BBC World News. I'm Yalda Hakim. A reminder of our top story this hour. India is preparing for its general election with around 900 million people eligible to vote in the largest democratic process in the world. Well, let's go back to Delhi now and speak to my colleague Matthew Amroliwala. Matthew, over to you.
Yalda, thanks very much. So much to chew over with the final week before voting starts. Will it be an election around personality or policy? As I said earlier, Narendra Modi will be judged in part on whether he's delivered on the bold promises he made back in 2014. Well, as well as the economy, there was the whole Clean India campaign with the river Ganges right at the centre.
Gangotri Glacier in the Himalayas. The origin of the Ganges, a source of life for millions. You can see the crystal clear water running down the hills of Uttarakhand in northern India. Once known as Manchester of the East, the industrial city of Kanpur was used by the British in the 19th century. Waste and sewage has flowed into the river unchecked since then, affecting thousands of people who live on the river's banks.
There isn't a single soul in this village who is not suffering from skin disease due to water contamination. The problem is, we can't survive without water.
Hundreds of leather factories in this region have either been relocated or shut down to stop chemical waste entering the river. But it's not been enough. You can see freshly cleaned, washed hide skin. It was cleaned overnight by chemicals in the tanneries which surround the area. There are hundreds of them. And then the chemical finds its way into the river Ganges via this drain. There's massive stench in the area. Our next stop, Varanasi. The Ganges is considered holy by millions of Hindus. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi promised to clean it when he was elected. In 2015, he committed $3 billion to a 5-year project to clean the Ganges by 2020. However, locals here aren't optimistic.
People spit wherever they want and throw garbage in the river. I don't think river pollution will ever be tackled properly.
Government efforts to clean the river are visible all along this stretch of the river, but clearly more needs to be done. The story is the same as everywhere. Dozens of such polluted sewage drains coming out of a city of millions and merging into the river. Of course, bringing along with idols of Hindu gods, Hindu goddesses, liquor bottles, plastic bottles, and whatnot. By the time it reaches West Bengal, which borders Bangladesh, huge deposits of silt and waste have entered the river. We met a family who recently lost a member due to contaminated river water.
My daughter-in-law was on medication for 2 years but lost the battle. There was a high amount of arsenic in the river and groundwater, and the damage to her skin and body was immense.
There's no denying cleaning up this river is a monumental task. As India heads into another election, this issue will continue to dominate the campaign. Nitin, Srivastava, BBC News, West Bengal.